Hey everybody, this is it's Friday. I kind of made it to the end of the week here, week 2 here at Fullerton School District, and so far I'm still alive, and I think I'm going to continue to stay alive for a while. So anyway, just starting this out. School ended at about 2:30, but I have to stay here till 4, and because me and the tech that's with me we were on top of our stuff today. We had everything finished by about 2. So since I'm a 40-hour employee, I have to stay here, and hang out. So currently I'm in the storage room of my of the area that I work in, and this is an area where we keep all the iPads and things like that. There isn't really much going on. I'm just kind of hanging out. It's a very empty campus right now, so I guess I'm gonna just do some Facebook Live here, and you can see what I deal with at this other campus. Now, if you were watching the last episode that I had taped, I was at another school. This was Commonwealth Elementary, where I live in the library. The difference here at this school is that everything is pretty wide open. There are no doors in the classrooms. Everything is pretty much, you just walk into sections. Hey Victor, how you doing? Yes, I'm doing another one here. This is a very different environment. Now, the difference too is that Commonwealth Elementary is is grades TK to 6th, whereas here at Parks Elementary, which is on the other side of Fullerton, closer to the La Mirada and Buena Park border, and also really close to La Habra, is a 6 to 8 with 1,000 kids, and it is a lot more. It's a lot more intense in the sense of the amount of kids that are here. What's the difference though is I'm more of a tech here than I am a librarian, because, as I'm going to show you very shortly, the library part of this place doesn't exist at the moment because all the books are in storage. Here's what happened. So last year I found out that last year this school had to be closed temporarily, and all of the classrooms moved to temporary bungalows because the building being so old, it had to be treated for asbestos. So there was a lot of stuff that had to be cleared, and so all of the library paraphernalia, the books, and all that other stuff, all had to be moved into a temporary storage container, which is outside of this campus. It's just out in the parking lot area. Well, with that being said, the person who was in charge of the library and who was the former instructional assistant in technology here, her name, very close to mine, Christina, well, she left for good to go on maternity leave as I was coming in. And as I started my job, she came back from maternity leave, and then it turns out that she was moved to another site. So even though she came back from maternity leave, guaranteed her job back, there were plans to move her to another location for whatever reason. It just happens. So I inherited Parks, and now I'm the one who's going to be in charge of restoring the library here, as long as I'm assigned to this place. So yes, I'm normally here on Tuesdays and Fridays. Not too much of a big deal. But since there's really not much going on right now, I think I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a visual tour as to what I see during the day. Really, a lot of today involved a lot of repairing iPads and replacing iPads for students, and then making sure that apps were working and other things like that. So there really wasn't much, and by the time my tech got here, there really wasn't a lot to work on. So let me give you a little bit of a tour here, and I'm just going to move this a little bit. I just had this on a shelf. So here's the side of the room. And so this is just iPads that I have in storage, and these are iPads that get issued when other ones break, and I have to write a bunch of tickets. So it's just stuff that I'm working on. Familiar territory if you know about my old job, so there isn't very much. But I wanted to start in here because people would probably find it funny if I was like talking, So as you can see, the library isn't very much of a library at the moment. All the books are still in storage. There really isn't that much to go. I really haven't moved in here and seen what was in here, as obviously a lot of this stuff is still packed away. And a lot of it's some old technology. As I go hunting for artifacts like AV media cards and a VCR. Yeah, not kidding. So this is the area that I work in on a regular basis. There aren't any kids around, so I don't have to really worry too much about getting anyone on camera accidentally. But there you go. Yeah, this is definitely a work in progress. From what I understand, some of the shelves didn't survive the move. So there's going to be a lot of library furniture coming in that's being replaced and a bunch of stuff on order. So we're just waiting for it to all come in. And once that all comes in, then I can do something about it. So that is, you know. Now, one thing that you're going to notice is it's a very much an open space. This is the hallway that all the students pass through. And there are no doors. You know, that where that globe is standing is the entrance to one of the classrooms. There are no doors. Thanks. So I'm just going to go back in here for a few minutes. Like I said, you know, because this is a new site and, you know, a lot of people don't know that I do this, you know, it's really one of those odd things where you kind of go, okay, well, you're doing a Facebook Live, but, like, who are you talking to and where is this going and all that stuff. So I think I would find it safer that, you know, find it crazy that I just lock myself into the storage closet here and just do this. But yeah, that is that's a little bit of like where I work. You know, I was very fortunate when I first was given my assignments for the two schools that I was going to work at. Originally, they wanted to split schedule me so that the first half of the day I would be I would be at one school, and then the second half of the day I would be at the other school, which means that I would actually have to pack up and leave, you know, once during the day. And I thought that was going to be very cumbersome. So thanks to my supervisor who wanted to, you know, who was willing to accommodate me, and now the only time that I have to split between schools is Monday. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, I get to work at one school, and Wednesday and Thursday, I get to work at the other. So it's a lot more convenient, and I can spend my time, you know, really focusing on what, you know, what matters to the kids, and not have to worry about transportation or travel time. So that's been a really nice bonus for me. Aside from that, I mean, there hasn't really been much. It's just been pretty busy. I'm in grad school right now, as you know, and the assignments have gotten more ridiculous as the days have gone by. I'm still kind of annoyed at eTech 570 because of all of the stuff that they're making me do. Nothing I can do about it. So, I mean, that's just a quick say hi. You know, like I said, I haven't chimed in a while because, you know, things have been pretty good, but they've also been pretty busy. If anyone's interested, El Segundo tonight, 10:45 p.m. I have another late game with the Lady Kings. So if anyone's interested, you know, come on down, pizza, beer, watch us get shot at and all that fun stuff. I debuted my GoPro Hero 5 last week, and I think I'm going to videotape this game this week, depending on which rink it's on. So that'll be quite nice. And yeah, just kind of go from there and see, you know, what kind of stuff we can do. And then this weekend, I'm going to be videotaping a bunch of things, and I'm going to be in the Orange County area. So if anybody is near Garden Grove and wants to go grab a boba real quick, like between, you know, 4 and 6:30 p.m., let me know. Aside from that, you know, just long and short of it is there really isn't much to complain about nowadays. I think that the tempo and definitely the vibe of being at this district, being at an older district, and a more organized district has been one that has been very refreshing, and I've been enjoying the fact that I can sit for a little while and not have to worry about someone trying to ram things down my throat. It's quite a nice change of pace. In addition to that, though, you know, I said the problem about starting a new job is always the first paycheck, and I'm still delayed on that. And so here's a fun story for you. So if you remember back in early 2016, if everyone, you know, if you've been following along in my adventures through life since I came home to California in 2014. I was part of several motorcycle courier gigs that I was doing, and the last one that I joined was a company called Scoobies. And Scoobies was a service that was subcontracted by Amazon to deliver as part of Amazon's Prime Now on-demand service. And so I worked that for a little bit, and as you may, if you've been watching, there were so many glitches at the Santa Monica hub where I was stationed at that I went nearly 6 weeks without ever being dispatched for a single job. I basically got paid to sit in the hub for $11 an hour, and I brought homework. Homework as in things I wanted to do, personal projects. I brought my laptop, and I really practically didn't do anything. I typed, I wrote things, I griped about life. If I knew more about Facebook Live and using it, maybe I would have been doing more Facebook Live episodes. I played a lot of games and all that, and I got paid $11 an hour to do it. And after I got fed up with that, I requested, because I decided I think I could make some more money delivering things with my car. I used to drive down to Irvine instead. I requested a transfer. They granted it, and I went to Irvine to take care of my, to be a part of their fleet. And so I ran through that until about early February of 2016. And so, I was within the time working there to qualify for a class action lawsuit against Scoobies. What happened was people from the Orange County section of Scoobies ended up filing a class action lawsuit because of the the misclassification of employment. So one of the biggest issues was that a lot of these Scoobies employees were working lots of overtime, and they had no health benefits, and it was considered as a 1099 contract. And the way that Scoobies was organizing everything was pretty shady. So somebody in the Orange County piece back in late 2015 pulled a class action lawsuit. This ended up on the Orange County Register if you want to look this one up. And so all of us Scoobies employees that were employed during that time, or that were 1099 at the time, all were part of this class action lawsuit. Now, thanks to timing and all wonderfulness, I received the check from the result of that class action lawsuit settlement, and let's just say, without having to reveal how much it was, I don't have to worry about my paycheck coming in for just a little bit. It's been a very nice surprise. So it turns out that my support in terms of acclimating to this new position actually came from as a result of something that happened to me in the past that really wasn't that positive, but it really wasn't that negative either. So I guess this is a very, very delayed "I'm sorry for wasting your time" kind of a payment, and I'm very grateful for it, because now I can take care of personal needs until my first actual paycheck from this district comes in. So that's been a nice change of pace. Aside from that, it'll be just a nice weekend. I'm trying to just calm down a little bit and do that, but it's me. I mean, when do I ever calm down? When do I not have a side gig to do? Because I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what kind of job you have here in LA or Orange County, but it's the story of the everyday hustle. We're always trying to better ourselves, and especially with how expensive this damn place is. But we all don't want to leave because we love this state enough. I'm still working and trying to just balance everything. So anyway, that's the long and short of it. Not really much else. Like I said, there's nothing I can really complain about. And there isn't anybody I can really complain about. But I will say, though, the lunch ladies at Commonwealth aren't as nice as the lunch ladies that I remember from memory. Apparently, every piece of food is like inventoried, and it's a little ridiculous. I basically got barked at yesterday because I asked for a piece of bread. So, note to self: don't ask for any food, or don't even try to befriend the lunch ladies. Apparently, and I talked to a few teachers afterwards when I was doing their service calls, that you just don't touch the lunch ladies. They're kind of nasty. That's about the only real bad thing I had this week. There were here at Parks where I'm working. I inadvertently borrowed one of the counselors' mugs because they were hanging in a public rack, and he goes, "Oh yeah, okay, that's my mug. Oh, no worries, just wash it when you're done." And I'm going, okay. You know what I should do? I think I should bring my old Alliance mug for spite. Just be like sipping tea. The only problem is, though, is actually my Alliance mug that was given to me during the first summer thing that I had to go to when I first started working there. It's chipped. I just haven't had the heart to throw it out, although I probably should. But yeah, that would be funny, though. I should probably just bring the Alliance mug and put it there and go, "What's this?" Anyway, I digress. Anyway, gonna sign out now. I'll talk to y'all later. Not much else going on. Like I said, if you want to join me in 1045 El Segundo, Toyota Sports Center, watch me get shot at by pucks. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. So, oh, and before I forget, so on Wednesday, after I was doing a little bit of a side gig for a parent that I had, was copying some DVDs, I decided to swing by my old work site and visit a few people. And I thought that was kind of funny because I went inside and I asked my security guard, it's like, is the operations manager still there? And he was like, yeah. I go, oh, that's great. So I walk into the main entrance and stuff, and I look to my right where, as you're walking in. So apparently my operations manager has now like barricaded herself with file folders over the top table that overlooks her desk. So now it like looks more like a weirdo, hidey hole, which is kind of funny. And yeah, that was really weird. And so I walked in, and hung out with a couple of my old coworkers and stuff. And then on my way out, ended up running into my principal, who had to ask me the combination code for the carts because he couldn't look at the documents I left him. So I was nice and told him, going, okay. Yeah, my operations manager, not too long afterwards while I was loading up on my bike, her and her daughter came out and, yeah, gave me this really smug look and then walked off. And it's like, and I know her daughter hates me too. I have no idea. Why do you hate me? I still don't get that. It's like jealousy much? What, because I was able to leave? Or just because I'm me? I like being me, and there was something I read, a bit ago that, if you're hated by people, if there are people who hate you for being you, you're definitely doing something right. Yeah, that's good fun. So, I digress. But yeah, Wednesday I did stop in, say hi, and a few students did see me, and yeah, it still hurts, because I do miss the kids. But remember, there's a lot of things that I can do for the kids, but if you can't take care of yourself, you can't help any more kids. And so, if I had to explain my rationale for making my decisions, I just explained it right there. I had to take care of myself, and I still do. But I do miss my coworkers at number 4. They were good people. I like my coworkers. My administration can go pound sand, but I really enjoyed my teachers, and they will always be my teachers. I'm glad that I'm friends with many of them on Facebook, and that I'm able to share fun stories about my times with them, because I really can't say too many bad things about them. They were all great teachers, and they still are, and I just really hope that they're able to survive this year, considering all of the weird shit going on. So, anyway. So, yeah. That's all I got for now until another episode of, I don't even know what to call these anymore, because they're not desktop confessionals. I'm in the storage closet inside of my, anyway, I'll call it something, but, at least I can keep smiling. So, I will talk to you all later. Be good. Don't blow anything up, because then that's going to involve a service ticket, and then I have to deal with it, and then I have to figure out why it was called a service ticket, and service tickets much. So anyway, talk to you later.